It's April 1st. Only a fool would be running this.
You can do it, Michael. Only 110 miles left. This looks real fun to get around. There's supposedly a trail closure there. Hits a spot after 52 miles on this electric trike. I think we're gonna have to pick it up and over this one. No, it's starting to rain. The peeper frogs are out in full force tonight. Coming up on mile 60. How you feeling, Michael?
Pretty tired.
Here at the Wendy's drive-thru on a trike. Michael is extremely exhausted. He's having some Achilles pain. It was a long, cold night. My knees are starting to feel it on this bike after 100 miles. And I can only imagine how he feels. Well, I kind of know how he feels. I'm just glad I'm not in his shoes right now. We just hit 24 hours and Michael was at a 106.6 miles. I have been cold for 16 hours and I finally got me some coffee. I kind of lost control. The whole thing flipped over. I'm on a mission to get him under 30 hours. If he hustles, he's gonna break 29 hours. The final 100 yards. All right, it's over. Just finished 126 miles. He's absolutely exhausted, completely spent. We are getting ready to begin this grand adventure here in Cincinnati. You can see the beautiful Cincy skyline in the background there. We're currently on the Kentucky side, and as soon as we get across the Ohio River, do some final prep, and this grand adventure will begin right here in downtown Cincinnati on the beautiful Ohio River. All right, folks, we're getting ready to leave Cincinnati. This is Michael Sutzman. He crewed me on the Sheltoe last year. I did a part of the Sheltoe with him during his FKT attempt on the Sheltoe. And here we are, back together again, getting ready to head to Columbus on the, what trail?
Ohio to Erie.
And it's 125 miles. And we're trying to beat the record of 33 hours with plans to do it in 24. Maybe. That's the plans, yeah. So he's gonna be doing the hard work today.
Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Exactly. I'm gonna be lounging and taking it easy on this wonderful electrical trike provided by Michael. All right, folks, it is time to get this thing started. Let's roll. Just for the record, you gotta tell me how you feel right now this moment.
I feel pretty good. I'm
okay.
Pumped. I'm ready to go.
All right.
It's April 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Only a fool would be running this right now.
It's 9:41 on April 1st. April Fool's Day, everybody. Here we go. Still along the Ohio River currently. We're about just shy of 2 miles in. And I was just telling Michael that I feel a little guilty riding this bike. I'm actually the only biker I've seen in the last mile and a half. And Michael's up here doing all this hard work. And everybody is out running. I mean, there's lots of people out here on Saturday morning running. So originally we were going to begin in Columbus and end in Cincinnati. But today, April 1st, is the high wind warning day. We're gonna have sustained winds in the mid-20s, maybe even upper 20s, with wind gusts in the mid-50s. So we didn't want to fight those winds the entire day and night running from Columbus to Cincinnati. So that's why we drove to Cincinnati. And it's gonna be great having the wind at our backs. Crossing the Little Miami River. And she is a-moving today. Very swollen, very similar to what it looked like when I did my Little Miami River kayak through paddle. stunning section of trail right here. Just a perfect day, other than it being a little windy. Thank you. Other than it being a little breezy out here, we couldn't ask for better weather. Comfortable temperatures, nice clear blue sky. You can do it, Michael. Only 110 miles left.
Jump day.
Bigfoot's ready for Easter. Well, things are going pretty good. We just hit the marathon distance, 26.2 miles, 100 to go to Columbus. We are in the little town of Loveland. Cute little town, right on the Little Miami River. This is a lovely little town. I like it. All right, we're currently here just outside of Loveland, taking a little break, getting Michael all stocked up for some solo time, because I'm getting ready to speed ahead down the trail to Grandin Road, where Cartridge Brewing is, right on the Little Miami River. There's supposedly a trail closure there, but I don't know for sure if it's completely closed or if we can somehow sneak through Cartridge Brewing in a little apartment complex. There's a couple different areas that we might be able to skirt around this road closure. So I'm gonna zoom ahead, see if it's possible to get through there, and I'll call them and let them know whether to keep on coming or to take the reroute, because there isn't a kind of an official, a non-official trail reroute that they suggest taking. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this, and I'll let you know what's happening here shortly. Oh, lovely. This looks real fun to get around. All right, I sped ahead of Michael about 2 miles here to Cartridge Brewing. And up ahead here, you can see that the road is closed, Grandin Road. They're redoing the bridge. So we are going to sneak through the Cartridge Brewing parking lot. Little historic area of warehouses. It's pretty cool. And I found a way through the construction and back onto the trail. It's only gonna slow us down a few minutes. So here is Cartridge Brewing, only about 150 yards off the Little Miami River. And this is where I wanted to visit when I was doing my through paddle. We're getting real close to Kings Island here, by the way. But yeah, this is a beautiful, look at these old historic buildings here. Pretty tall tower there. So we're gonna go right through this construction. Hopefully my bike can make it. So I was up here about 20 minutes ago, scouting this out for Michael, and I thought I might get in trouble walking around the construction site when the workers were up there. So I went and talked to the workers, and they said they had nothing to do with this bridge construction area. They were just working on some guardrails or something. So I came down here and sure enough found my way through. We just got to get through a little muddy spot, and right there by the orange fences, we're back on Little Miami Scenic Trail. I think that's what it's called. But we got to navigate through a little bit of mud right here. All right, we made it through the construction. Back on the Little Miami Scenic Trail. Deerfield, South Lebanon. Just about 36 miles in right now, almost a third of the way through, and it's coming up on 4 o'clock, so we're doing good. He's still on pace to break 24 hours, or be real close to it. But the pace is definitely dropping, but we're still hitting some good times. We have definitely seen the effects of the windstorm today. There's been a lot of debris on the bike path. Mainly just small limbs that I've been running over. But then every once in a while you come across a big boy like this one. And this one is not able to be navigated around.
It hit a bench.
Oh, it smashed a death bench. Where a man could lay down and die. I think we're gonna have to pick it up and over this one. We are at mile 46 and it's almost supper time. So in about 3 miles we're gonna be coming through Fort Ancient and Oregonia right before the Cedar Creek area. And I believe there's a little Miami River bar and grill or something like that. It's the place I ate at with David on part 2 of my little Miami River through paddle. And right now we're getting ready to cross under I-71. Making some good progress. But I'm definitely getting hungry. And since I can't really stop and place a sit-down order at a restaurant, I'm thinking about calling ahead to that restaurant for some carry-out. Because it's right on the trail. I mean, it would take me 2 minutes to get off the bike path and go pick up a hamburger or something. So that is the plan right now. Otherwise, I've got to wait till probably Xenia. And that's going to be pretty late. I think we'll get there before McDonald's and the other fast food restaurants close. But that will be the last stop of the night before we pedal and run into the darkness. What a monster. That thing is up there like 150 feet. It's got to be. Just driving by Mather's Mill, which is where I started part 2 of my Miami River through paddle. And I got a little bit behind Michael here because I had to switch batteries. Battery 1 finally died. Just hooked up battery 2. Still got 2 more to go after this one. However, I do have a little unfortunate news. When I went to connect the new battery, I realized I lost a glove. So I have a glove on my right hand, no glove on my left hand. So I'm going to be driving one-handed through the night with my left hand in the pocket. I just stopped at the Little River Bar and Grill and picked up a couple wraps for us. I called ahead so I didn't have to wait long and rolled in there, waited about 5 minutes, got our crispy buffalo chicken wraps and back on the trail. And me and Michael are eating in style right now. It's delicious. Hit the spot after 52 miles on this electric trike. There's the Lowhead Dam that me and David had to go around. Right around 8 o'clock p.m. Starting to get a little dark out. Definitely nice to have these longer days though for this. I'm just glad it isn't dark at 5:30 like it is in the fall and the winter. And the wind has died down. Much more pleasant out here. But it's going to get chilly. We got a low of 31 or 32 degrees tonight. Well, actually early in the morning around 5, 6 a.m. No, it's starting to rain. This is not good. We got to stop and get a rain jacket. And I just sat back in my reclining position. The peeper frogs are out in full force tonight. Wow. It's a symphony of peeper frogs. Coming up on mile 60. How you feeling, Michael?
Whew, pretty tired.
Yeah, I bet.
Walking it out right now. Feels good.
2 marathons plus in right now. But a long night ahead. But we're almost halfway there. It's all downhill from there.
Yep.
We finally hit the halfway point in just under 12 hours. We are only about an hour outside of Xenia, south of Xenia, so we're doing good. 63 miles in. Been a long day for Michael. Not too bad for me. My knees and butt are a little bit sore on this from being on this trike for 12 hours, but nothing like what Michael's feeling. So, all right. Hoping to find some fast food somewhere in Xenia if they haven't all closed already, because it's going to be about 11 o'clock when we get there. So, probably have to be something that's open 24 hours. Here at the Wendy's drive-thru. on a trike. Just waiting on my chicken nuggets here at the Wendy's in Xenia. Well, it's currently after midnight, coming up on mile 75, working our way towards Cedarville, home of Cedarville University, where my son Gavin goes to college. And then after that, we'll have South Charleston, and then London, and then finally Columbus. So it feels like the wind has slightly changed directions on us. It was supposed to be coming out of the west southwest all night, pushing us towards Columbus. But I feel like it's coming out of the northwest now and still hitting us on our left side a little bit. But I'll take that rather than have it in our face, right?
Absolutely.
And as you can see here, this is what happens to you when you've put a hard 75 miles in. You start moving to a speed shuffle here, a fast walk. We're still making decent time though, some 13 to 14 minute miles. So we're getting there. It's gonna be a long night. All right, time for a quick update. It is currently 5:30 a.m. and we're about 4 or 5 miles outside of London, just beneath the 100-mile mark right now. So Michael is extremely exhausted. He's having some Achilles pain, and he decided he wanted to take a quick 25-minute cat nap. So I had a piece of Reflectix with me. I threw it on the ground for him. He laid on it. I put a t-shirt over his head, and hopefully he's out like a light so he can get a quick cat nap in. And as soon as my phone alarm goes off at 5:50, I'll go wake him up, and hopefully he feels refreshed and ready to roll on into Columbus. And I'm hoping to find a hot coffee in London. Good morning on the Ohio to Erie Bike Path. We are about 1.5 miles outside of London. It is 7 a.m. and the birds are coming alive in the trees. And I'm on the hunt for a coffee shop. I'm pretty sure we have one up here in about 2 or 3 miles, right in the middle of London. And that is where we will hit the 100-mile mark. So we are currently 30 miles from the finish. Getting real close to mile 100, just up ahead here in London. And we're on the search for a coffee shop. I need me a cup of coffee. It was a long, cold night. And lots of calorie burning going on, trying to keep warm and pedaling this bike. I can't even imagine how many calories this guy's burnt. Wow. We stopped at 5:30 for a little cat nap, like I mentioned. And things tightened up for Michael a little bit, but he's limbered back up, warmed back up, and ready to make this final push, I think. We're definitely slowing down. Me and him. My knees are starting to feel it on this bike after 100 miles. And I can only imagine how he feels. Well, I kind of know how he feels. I'm just glad I'm not in his shoes right now. All right, let's go get some coffee. Welcome to London. All right, we are leaving London, and we just hit 100 miles. 30 miles down to Columbus. And I finally got me some coffee. Cheap gas station coffee, but hey, at least it's some coffee. Just got off the bike to take a little stretch and thought I'd show you our little issue we ran into early wee morning hours around 5 a.m. Michael hollered at me and said, "Hey Jason, this cart's about ready to bust." This was all the way down here, and it's barely holding together at the top. So fortunately, Michael brought a third trekking pole. Here's his 2 he's been using off and on. And he had 2 bungee cords, so I was able to bungee cord the trekking pole in there and secure it, and almost as good as new. I think it'll get us to the finish line. I had to get off the bike for a little bit. I'm getting cold, and my knees hurt to pedal much right now. Plus, when I do pedal, the hitch that was almost broken in half bounces all over the place, and I'm afraid it's going to completely break in half, and then we're going to really be in trouble. So this has helped me warm up. A little speed walk in with Michael.
Hang it in there.
Trying to keep him up here to 3.7 mile an hour or so. We're getting there slowly but surely. We just hit 24 hours and Michael was at a 106.6 miles. So his new personal best by far. Pretty impressive. We believe we have less than 19 miles to the finish line. At 3.5 miles an hour, he will finish in just a smidge under 30 hours. So I'm on a mission to get him to the finish line in the Arena District in downtown Columbus in 29 hours and some change. All right, here's the current situation. I've been running beside Michael off to the side of this trike and just slowly throttling it over and over lightly to stay beside me. I kind of lost control. It went veering off in a ditch and the whole thing flipped over. And the cart hitch arm finally broke in half. So luckily, the bungee cord system is still holding. So Michael is on a tear right now. Like I said, I'm on a mission to get him under 30 hours. I told him, you know, no more just running 2/10 of every mile. Let's do 2 runs of 2/10 of each mile. You know, for many miles, he was just walking the whole thing. So, you know, being able to run 3-4/10 of every mile, this is gonna make a big difference. And I think that'll get us to Columbus, downtown at the Arena District area where this thing ends in under 30 hours. It's gonna be close. But even if he doesn't get there in 30 hours, as long as he gets there below 33, he'll have the new FKT. But 29 hours and some change sounds much better. Entering our final county for Franklin County. All right, we are in the home stretch, crossing I-270, the outer belt of Columbus. And I believe we have 7 to 7.5 miles left to our ending point. So Michael's Achilles on his right side is bothering him quite a bit. He's not really able to run anymore, but it did just take 5-hour energy. He's hopeful he can make one little final push here for the final 4 or 5 miles as soon as that kicks in. But his stomach is not doing too hot. He's not able to consume any more calories, so it kind of is what it is here for the final 2 hours. Michael's getting serious now. He just took the pants off, the rain jacket off. He's ready to wrap this thing up. We got about 1.5 miles till we get off this nice straight trail and zigzag our way down towards the Scioto River and I-70 and 670. We're getting close. Less than 5 miles, if I had to guess. Crossing the Scioto River. I almost said the beautiful Scioto River, but I'm not sure how beautiful it really is, especially right now. Ugh, it's like chocolate milk. It's a big river. We are almost done with this thing. I think we have less than 2.5 miles. All right, I need some pure raw emotion. How does it feel knowing that you're less than an hour from being done and probably only 2.5 miles from being done?
Oh, it feels so good.
That's it?
That's it.
That's enough.
I got nothing. I got a smile.
Good enough. Kind of a pretty little area right here. After crossing the Scioto River, which is right there on the, right through those honeysuckles. As you can see, I am still very bundled up. And it just dawned on me that I have been cold since probably 10 p.m. last night. It's 2 p.m. the next day, so I have been cold for 16 hours. It was a pretty miserable experience. I definitely came unprepared. I should have brought some old frog togs, some extra socks, and just thicker gloves. I suffered quite a bit, but nothing like Michael did. But man, it was not a fun night or morning. Crossing under I-670 for the final time. And then underneath 315 up ahead here. And into the parking lot to the finish. He's right behind me going underneath us 670 right now. If he hustles and can finish in the next 15 minutes, which I'm pretty sure he can, he's gonna break 29 hours. I'm predicting 28 hours and 55 minutes. Alrighty, here we go, folks. We're coming in the final 100 yards to the parking lot up here. I'm not sure if his truck is gonna be here waiting for him yet, but this is the parking lot right up ahead here that the previous FKT holder started at. I'm guessing you're right here. This is where it happened, right? Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, you got it. All right, it's over.
Gonna stop that bad boy. Okay.
Well, this is the spot right here across the road from the hockey lot. And what is this field we got here? Lower.com field. This is where he began, right here. This is it, folks. I'd like to introduce to you the new supported FKT holder of the Ohio to Erie Bike Path. Here he is, folks. Just finished 126 miles on the Ohio to Erie Bike Path in 28 hours and approximately 57 minutes. That's the unofficial time. He's absolutely exhausted, completely spent. It was an amazing adventure. I am so glad I got to join him on this and be his support. Michael, I don't even know what else to say, man. Absolutely incredible accomplishment. I can't even fathom doing 126 miles in under 29 hours. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you so much, man.
How's it feel to be the new FKT holder?
Feels amazing.
Awesome.
Wonderful feeling right now.
Good.
Wonderful feeling to be done. Thank you so much, Jason.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure. I had so much fun supporting Michael, and special thanks to his Amish friends for providing this amazing electric trike. Made my job a lot easier. I have been cold for the last 16 hours. I'm so ready to get in this nice warm truck and go get a hot shower and some hot food. Guys, thank you so much for watching and coming along on our crazy FKT adventure. Really appreciate it, and we will see you again real soon on the next adventure.